This video is going to cover resizing our images, getting ready to make our first print. I'm in Photoshop. I have the image I've selected, but before I even go about resizing it, I want to make sure that I've saved a copy of it so I don't, in case I do any damage to this, I can always go back to the original. So I'm going to go to File, I'm going to go to Save As. I don't want to save it as a JPEG, I want to save it as a Photoshop, and I'm going to put it in my folder on our T drive. So student folders, find my folder, and oops, I need a photography folder. And in here we should also create a folder that is working prints. I'm going to give a name to this photo. I'm going to call it just Dairy Clouds and hit save. So now we have a backup of our original photograph. This is a Photoshop file, so it's not our original JPEG, and we can go and make changes, and if we do any damage we can always open up another copy. So the first thing I want to do is crop this in the size that we're cropping. So I select my cropping tool, and we can go unconstrained, which means we can create whatever crop we want, but we're going to go with some standard sizes. And today we're covering the 5:7. Now I have a horizontally oriented photograph, so this makes sense, but if I had a vertical photograph I could crop in this direction. Or maybe I wanted to change my mind and turn this into a vertical shot, which is perfectly okay. I could do that. I can also rotate my crop to even out if I didn't have my horizon correct. I'm going to go back to horizontal. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger, and I am going to rotate it a little bit because it does look like the water is not perfectly horizontal. If you'll notice, I have some grid lines there that I can match up to, and I can crop. Now I'm going to experiment a little bit with this image. It's more about the clouds. So see what it looks like if I focus less on the water, a little bit more on the clouds. If you're happy with your crop, you can go ahead and come up here and hit the check. Realize that if for some reason you did something like this, you're going to end up with white space in your print. You don't want to do that. So make sure that you've got things lined up. Go ahead and hit crop. Next item I want to do is I want to come in here and go to image size. Now this is really important. When you go to image size, it's critically important that you take the resample off. When I type in my width of 7 here, because I have a horizontal, my resolution should definitely be above 300 pixels per inch. And then I can hit OK. So now I've got this image cropped and resized and ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and go to File and hit Save.